This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day to day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but yeah. So what now?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the So What Now podcast. What was so funny?
You were texting or whatever you're doing and you went like right into it.
What's up?
I hate bringing us in. I feel like I'm always awkward with it.
Really?
Hello, welcome to the show.
We're back. You just gotta be like, hey,
Yeah,
what's up? But thank you, you're back. What you got going on? You got something on my teeth?
No, and I just had a granola bar. Why? Speaking of teeth,
What?
I'm very upset with you. You let me record the other week with them buttery ass teeth.
What's buttery teeth?
My teeth were yellow the other week.
What do you mean?
It was the week we was arguing.
You should have been nicer to me. You should. That's because you was full of shit. That's what you saw. The shit in your mouth because you knew you didn't agree with what you were saying.
My teeth whitened. I'm like,
you went and got them whitened?
no, I need to.
Let me see.
I did a little at-home thing, but I feel like they were very yellow last time.
There's days that my teeth, like right now, I feel like my teeth feel really yellow.
Your teeth are always so white and so.
I think it's just because they're really big.
No, you have really nice teeth. I'm sorry. I got us.
It's okay.
Off track.
That's what a pod is, friend. You just come in and just say whatever you want. She said buttery teeth.
Yeah.
I had never heard of that. Yeah. I thought you meant like you had stuff on it.
You guys didn't used to make that joke when you were little, like buttery teeth?
I used to be called Buck Teeth, Bugs Bunny. So these two really big teeth here.
Your teeth are not big.
So they were always big. They were always this size when I was little. So
2 years old with those teeth.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So I had really big teeth for like my size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You sound better. You don't sound as congested as you did last time I saw you.
No, I took Zyrtec, and actually shout out to, thanks for reminding me, Drew. There, because you that podcaster or whatever. No, there is someone by the name, not someone, but there's a man, because men be listening, and I want more men to leave reviews.
I don't.
We don't know them.
No boys allowed.
No, we allow the boys, as long as it's not our boys.
I don't have no boys, so go ahead.
Okay, as long as it's not our boys or men. Y'all not allowed. But yeah, I like the guys coming in and listening. Shout out to our guys. Dix is a hater. I love y'all. I think it's because I have a lot more testosterone and manly in me.
I like them too, but they should be working.
They are working while listening.
They need a second job then.
You're doing fine,
I'm
Drew.
just kidding, Drew. I'm
shouting out Drew. He listens to the podcast, and I was talking about my allergies and how bad they have been, which they have. And he said to try, which I heard it before, but I just never tried it, so now I'm going to do it. Local honey. He was explaining to me how the bees and the pollination and the things is local, so you got local pollen and you're taking it in. I don't know, but I'm going to go to Fresh Fields.
Okay, yeah.
And I believe they have local honey there. And I'm going to try taking a spoonful of honey every day, see if it works.
That might make sense.
It makes sense.
1 + 1 equals 2. That might actually make sense.
Let's see if it works.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm feeling better too.
What you had?
My back.
My neck. My back. Lick my... And my...
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm down to like 1 Aleve a week versus like every day.
Okay.
The chiropractor's been doing their thing. Yeah. So it's like not constant pain all the time. So I'm back in the gym. I'm back doing my walks. I'm back doing my pole class. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Good. Well, speaking of that, I had a messed up shoulder. Remember I was telling you? And it was so bad. But I think what made it worse is that I was traveling without a carry-on. I had my carry-on.
Why were you doing that? I was like, when did she buy this bag?
So stupid. It was not for traveling. Let's start
there. Is it like, it looks like the bag from TikTok that everybody says is like a great travel bag.
No, it's from Target.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little Target bag. Yeah. It just matched my carry-on. And I was taking my carry-on and that as like because Delta will let me put both. Anywho, I was carrying that and I don't know what happened. I could barely lift my shoulder, but I knew it was from working out as well because I'll be working out or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Because I be on vacation working out. But I couldn't lift my arm and it hurt. And I went to Wendy's house to go see her mom. Shout out to them. Love hanging out with them whenever I do. And BB was there. Shout out to BB. She is local. And I'm going to make sure we tag her on here because she does mobile. She's a masseuse and she comes to your house, which she happens to have been there because she had a show the day before. She'd be rapping or whatever. And she had her whole table. I was like, can you help me? I thought she was going to come over to the chair and just do this. She took out the whole table. Took out the table, said, take your shirt off. And she was going in. I'm screaming in pain. She said it was the size of a Snickers bar. Like the knots that I had. And I had them everywhere, but it hurt so bad. And I didn't feel better right away. Then the next day I was like, I feel a little bit better. Today I got to the gym. Girl, you couldn't tell me I was doing the planks aside from being sick to my stomach. Yeah, I have to call her and tell her like it really worked. Yeah, it really, really worked.
That's good.
Shout out to that. So it reminded me of you on your back. So maybe I need her to do a little.
Maybe a little something like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the person that Jenna recommended.
Oh, the acupuncture. She swears by this acupuncture guy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that.
Like swears by it.
Yeah,
Jenna love all the little crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm gonna try it.
She love all that. Also, my hair, real quick. But my hair, that vitamin that I've been taking, my hair is so full.
What vitamin are you taking?
That multivitamin.
Why didn't you been telling me about it?
I did, and you didn't want to do it. You said, tell me. The Mary Ruth's.
Oh, it works for
the
real?
Expensive stuff. Yes. The way
I can't do 3 scrolls on TikTok without seeing a video.
Yeah, it's the hair one. It works. It really works. My hair is so full.
Okay.
And look at Jenna's hair. Have you seen how much it's grown and how full it is?
You're doing one that's specifically for hair, or you're just doing a regular multivitamin?
No, it's Mary Ruth's and it's a liquid and it says for hair growth.
Okay.
And it has a bunch of vitamins.
Yeah, I don't need to grow my hair. I want my hair to get
well, it's not even growing, but it makes it fuller. Yeah, like my hair is thicker.
Yeah. Okay.
So I like that. Okay, let's go.
I'm sad though.
Oh.
You gave me bad news on the way here.
I did. I didn't know either.
Yeah.
I found out this morning. So a couple of months ago, I think about maybe it'll be a year now.
Maybe a year.
About to be a year that I have a new cleaning lady that I brag about on social media all the time. And I tell y'all, if you're in Orlando, stop being a dirty house and get her to clean your house. Your house is dirty. Well, now I can no longer tell you to get her to clean your house because she's moving. Yeah. She broke the news to me this morning that she will be moving to a different state. It's all Trump's fault. And I think that's what made me even more mad. It's all Trump's fault.
Yeah.
So she's here on asylum from Venezuela, and she got here legally. She took the plane in, the paperwork, but he's revoking all that paperwork. She's not a criminal. She hasn't done anything wrong. She definitely comes from a country where they have literally nothing. She was she's a teacher. Mm-hmm. And just the way that Florida things are, it's so scary for them. They literally have to pack up and leave.
That's so sad.
And I'm so sad. She is leaving me with somebody. Thank you, Jesus. And I really love the other lady. She's super good too. But I don't know. I feel like I built a relationship with her.
I know, she's so sweet. She always comes in almost like a mom. She's so sweet. She's always checking on you. Like she does stuff that's like has nothing to do with like cleaning. Like something will be broke in my house, and like the next time she'll come, she'll like bring her man with her, and she'll be like, "You need to like fix that for her." And like, yeah.
Well, they come in, they go outside, wash my windows on the outside. They get my patio ready for me to go hang out with the baby outside the front. Yeah, she does everything. Sweet. Today, she came in and Ayana got almost. Actually, I didn't cuss, but I did tell her, I was like, "You're a filthy pig."
Oh gosh.
I went into her room and that shit was so dirty. Oh, it was so dirty. And she left to her daddy's house. I said, you left? It wasn't messy. It was dirty. Mm-hmm. I got so angry. I'm like, I will throw everything that I see in this room out within 24 hours. And I calls me.
You're so dramatic.
Let me show you. You know what? Hold on. I will not show it publicly because I should.
So extreme.
I should. Okay, let me show you this. And you're going to tell me how extreme I am. Okay. Picture number 1. Food. Picture number 2. Picture number 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And you left to go to your daddy's house and you left this like this?
She left the food.
Food. Now, I understand that I told you that room can be messy. I'm not going to look over there because I'm on the other side of the house.
Like creatures going to start.
And they're going to come into my house, which I keep clean.
Yeah.
So I said, you got 24 hours. Figure it out, 'cause I'm throwing everything I see on the floor is going out. So she called Anna. I don't even think she's going on vacation no more because she had to use all her money. Because Anna was like, not even for $100 will I do that one bedroom. And then she goes, but, she called. I'll take the 100 to do her room.
Wow.
And all her laundry. And they were, and then, I only got one washing machine. So 3 of them came today. Anna, her man, and the second lady. And she was like, we might not be able to finish all the laundry. I said, you better make sure mine is done. I don't give a damn about her shit. You better make sure my stuff is done. And then so the lady's coming back tomorrow to finish some of the laundry. Mine comes first. I pay for this weekly.
That's wild.
That made me so angry.
Yeah, you weren't being dramatic with saying that.
No. Yeah. It was so dirty. And the thing is that I get it because I don't know. I don't think I would let it get that bad, but definitely I usually have laundry or clothes everywhere. My thing is, you need to budget then to have somebody clean because I did that. I get it. I don't like cleaning. I can't focus on, but then I got to make sure it's done because that's just nasty.
Yeah.
That's just nasty. So
I just hate that she's leaving though. That just breaks my heart. The circumstances that she's leaving under.
Actually, we brought that up because we're making her Woman of the Week.
Yes.
We are making her Woman of the Week. Anna, I just think she works really hard. The language barrier hasn't stopped her from getting it and getting jobs and working here. She used to come and work in the morning all day, do houses, and then work till like 11 p.m. out of school cleaning. And she's not old. She's like in her mid-40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
No, I think she's in her mid-40s.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 45. I don't know. She looks great. Amazing person. God-fearing woman. I literally have trust. I have so much trust in her. She just exudes that. I get my code, get in the house. I'm not even home.
She's so kind. She's so kind.
Yeah, she is the Woman of the Week, and I hope that she finds everything that she's looking for and that she comes back.
I hope she comes back.
Yeah, and I'm not getting into the politics part of it, but she was just saying how they all really believe Trump was going to do something for them.
Oh, she was a Trump supporter.
Not a Trump supporter.
Oh, but they just really believe.
Within the community of Hispanics that aren't from here and that are coming in, they were thinking that he was really going to help them in some type of way since they're already here.
That's for another podcast. That's for another day.
Yeah.
But it'll lead it. But anyway, that's for another day.
Another day.
Okay.
Shout out to her, and I hope she gets everything she needs.
I hope she does too.
At least she left me with somebody because that would have been bad. Before we continue with the conversation, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Hi Hello Labs, a full-service content creation studio serving clients across the nation. One thing I am not is a gatekeeper, and this is where I record my audio and video podcast right here in Orlando, Florida, at their beautiful studio, because at Hi Hello Labs, they're on a mission to amplify expert voices. They facilitate the turnkey production and distribution of quality podcasts like the one you're listening to right now. They also produce digital courses, social media content, and live events. Nobody else does it like them, seriously, when it comes to live events. If you want to increase your reach and establish yourself as a thought leader, Hi Hello Labs is the studio for you. So go ahead and magnify your influence with Hi Hello Labs. Let's get back to the show.
So you said Ayana was on her way to her dad's house. Okay. That reminds me of something that I just saw on social media that was trending that's like actually wild for me.
Yeah.
So there's this trending topic on social media right now. It was on this podcast. I don't even remember the name of it, but the question that was trending, very heated debate, is whether or not children should have their own room or their own room at the non-custodial parent's house. And I think you have strong feelings about it. You have strong feelings about everything. So
First of all, I do. You want to argue about this too?
I mean, we might be.
You might be. Okay, let's see how it goes. So essentially, there's a parent that usually has the kid most of the time, and then the other one will get him every other weekend or 1 week out the month, whatever it may be. But you're into the non-custodial parent. And in this argument online, basically there were some people saying, well, they don't live here. They don't need their own room because they're barely here. And I have a personal experience with this because when Ayana was younger, her father and I separated when she was 5 or 6. Then he went on his own, kind of didn't really show up like that. And then when we end up going to court for custody and our divorce, there is a mediation. He had a roommate. So it was a 2-1, I believe it was. A 2-1 or a 2-2, whatever it was. But there was no room for her. And he also was living with another man. And the judge was like, no, she needs to have her own space, especially as she gets older. So yes, you need, especially with a daughter, but any child, you need, How much? You already don't got the kid. You can't get a room for them? You got all this extra time to work and you can't pay a little bit extra in rent or your mortgage to have a room for them?
I mean, okay. Maybe they actually can't, especially because they're paying child support.
It don't matter.
Maybe they can't. So what's more important? What's more important?
Mm-hmm.
Them having their own designated room over there or them just being over there to spend time?
Spending time.
Because the way I see it, in that situation that you're describing, he could have slept on the couch whenever Ayana would come over.
Yeah. And
the only thing that's like weird for me is the other man being there. But like, let's just say he had a 1-bedroom. Like he could literally sleep on the couch. It definitely is more important
for him to come over. And that was my thing. I think my biggest issue was the guy, yeah, another guy being there, her having to share a bathroom with 2 other men.
Yeah.
While she was there, she was a preteen. She wasn't a baby. Like she was already getting a little bit
older. You on that one. But a situation where it's just like another parent, he like, let's say he has a 1-bedroom. Or he has other kids and he has there's
or let me tell you a different scenario. There's somebody I know, somebody's house that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
He has a huge house. I think there are at least 5 bedrooms in there. They have a child, the age of Psalms. There's not a bedroom in sight for that kid.
Yeah, that means that he doesn't take care of his kid.
He took him to therapy every week.
Yeah, that
was
he might as well be an Uber driver.
There was not, and I kept looking for toys or something. Then I started to wonder, is that even your kid that you take to therapy? I'm confused.
Yeah.
There was no bedroom. There's a room. It was a closet that was a room. There's another one for shoes. There's another one that was a game room.
Mm-hmm.
Not one bedroom for the child. And the child is 4.
Yeah. I think if they can afford it, that's one thing. But in most cases, like let's say average American, they can't afford it. Like,
no,
I don't think it's like critical.
I don't think it's, I think more times than not, they just don't want to get their child a room because they really don't see themselves as a parent anyway. They're just kind of like a babysitter. I got to keep this kid for every other weekend or whatever because the court said so. If the court didn't say so, they wouldn't be with the kid.
That's
and
true.
I think that's who was being the loudest. But I also understand there's a parent that's extremely active in their child's life. They would have a room for them.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you need to have a room. Actually, I take it back. I don't care about how much you don't have no money. You only see them every other weekend. That child needs to come to your home and make it feel a home.
Yeah.
Because
but there's other ways to make it feel like a home versus having their own room. And if they can't afford it, like if me as a parent, if I can't afford it, like I would I have a female friend who did not have primary custody of their child.
She didn't have a room?
They had a 1-bedroom, and when their child would come over, like
how old was she?
They were young, like no older than elementary school. They would sleep in the bed together. 30s.
Oh.
Yeah. Not everybody makes as much money as you think, Carla. I know you've never been poor.
I will say I was working class.
Mm-hmm.
I was working class.
Okay. Like even when I was younger, my stepdad's son would come and stay with us for the summer. My mom already had 5 kids. It was 3 girls in one room. My brother had his own room because he's
but you guys had a room to go to.
So he would the brother who would come live with us in the summer would just sleep in the room with my brother.
I should like with my little
make
brother.
It work, but
us growing up, like my parents' house, it's a 3-bedroom. So my parents had a room downstairs, and then upstairs there was my sister's room because she was the oldest, and me and my little brother had bunk beds.
Mm-hmm.
But we still had a room. We had a closet. We had where our stuff go into.
Yeah.
I feel.
You know, I'm never on a man's side, but at the same time, it's like I don't think someone's a deadbeat just because they don't have like a designated room for their kid. It really does depend on the amount of money, and when it comes down to it, if it's like I
think the way they were arguing about it was just niggas just want to have a room
living in the penthouse.
Yes,
that's another thing.
I think that's what we were referring here. I can understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. Shocker. Ooh, okay, fine. I get it if you have a necessity. But how long are we going to stay in a necessity? But 2, I think what we're talking about is mostly people living really well, and they're just like, they're not here, so I'm just living my life without them having a place.
That's
to call
wild. That's wild.
Because even now Ayana does have a room where they live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
How often does she go there?
Girl, that's why.
And are the 2 girls sharing a room while Ayana have her own room?
I think they have their own room too.
Okay, they gotta look good.
Girl, that's why the judge said, you finna pay this child support while she's still 20 because now you can afford homes, big homes.
Okay, then.
You can afford a big house. You can afford the child support you didn't pay me for the past 10 years.
Okay. All right. Let's get into our womanhood segment.
Let's do so. Because I want to talk about these.
We got a letter.
Yes? Okay. I'm going to read it. Should I read it?
Yeah, I want you to read it.
All right. I didn't practice this reading, so don't think I'm just hilarious when I'm reading right now.
Charlotte McGee.
Let me see. How do I make this turn to the side? Hold on. I need my screen to turn so I can see. Girl, can I tell you something? Do you have good eyes, right? You can see really good, right? You say 20/20. Is your reading up close or smaller things getting worse?
No.
Okay. You're not saying that fast. But I can't really like see as much. I think I need reading glasses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You make it a little bit bigger. Okay. There we go. Okay. So for our womanhood segment, we have a letter. I have not read it, so we'll see where we're going with this. It says, by the way, if you want to write us in, the So What Now podcast, the So What Now pod at Gmail. We will put, I don't know.
We'll put it in the description. Yeah.
Email, send a DM, one of them. I'll figure it out by next time. Okay, so send us your questions or your dilemmas. Mm-hmm. Here's what we got this week. I feel terrible even saying this, but I think I've outgrown my best friend. We've been close since childhood, but lately I can't ignore how different we've become. She's always caught up in some kind of family or relationship drama, one crisis after another, and every time she says, God is testing me. But if I'm being honest, I don't think it's a test. I think it's just bad choices and lack of maturity. Go, dog. I used to drop everything to help her, whether it was lending her money, talking her through a bad breakup, or giving her advice on her job struggles, but nothing ever changes. She's still doing dumb shit like going on vacation with her taxes rather than saving or getting caught up on her bills. It's that she doesn't actually want to fix her life. She needs Iyanla. I still love her, but I find myself dodging her calls and making excuses not to hang out because of our conversations are exhausting. I've made some friends and work. I've made some friends at work. And I can't help but notice how much more I enjoy spending time with them. Mm. When I hang out with them, I'm learning stuff, trying new things. It just feels easy. Mm. With my bestie, it's the same problems, the same toxic cycles, and no growth. Am I a bad friend for feeling this way? Should I try to help her see the pattern, or should I just start distancing myself and let her figure it out on her own? Signed, feeling guilty, but over it.
Friend breakups are tough.
They are. I've always said this every time I talk about friend breakups. I think they're harder than like breaking up with a man.
They are. Cause you're gonna get a new man, but you might not get a new bestie.
You gotta get a new bestie. You can. It just looks different.
Did she just tell me a replacement?
Oh no.
Did she just say I'm gonna go get another you in a different font? Let me write my letter to the So What podcast.
I don't think I can replace you, but it's because
is what now?
I cannot replace you.
Okay.
You are irreplaceable, but also it's because it's just that you are irreplaceable because you are an asset to my life.
No,
you are beautiful. You are smart. You uplift me. Don't fuck with me now. The new font will come, okay? No, seriously.
I feel bad for her. I think specifically you have had some of this, maybe not as extreme. I think relationships evolve, mm-hmm. right? And like, especially if you met her a certain way, you guys came from a certain background and she kind of like stayed there. That's what it sounds like to me. Mm-hmm. And then you've been exposed to some new things and you're trying to make another way and she's not.
You say, life.
Should I try to help her? I feel like you already have.
Yeah, there's nothing else to help. What send it betterhelp.com/PW. I don't know, like BetterHelp. That's all you can really do, attend therapy.
But I do think you should tell her how her behavior mm-hmm. and lack of change and progress is impacting y'all's friendship.
I also got something else. So she said that the girl always says, God is testing me.
Yeah.
And you know what? It might be so. God is testing her, but she's failing every single time. The test doesn't change until you finally pass it.
Yeah.
So you keep getting tested and you continue to fail that test. And that's when you don't see growth in somebody. I feel like I get tested constantly, mm-hmm. but I started to see, I was getting tested for many, many years. And you were a witness to this, the relationships that I was having mm-hmm. and how they ended up in the same thing. And it was the same cycle until I decided to end it.
Yeah.
I had
making
to
the
end
same
that cycle.
choice in a different font.
No, man. Yeah. So God will test you, but maybe show her.
She's not passing the test. You're right.
No,
she's not passing the test.
She's staying right there and not making anything different. And I think mm-hmm. the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's not going to happen. And that's the same thing for you. You're doing the same thing over and over with this one friend without seeing any results. Yeah. And now you're the insane one for thinking that you can be friends with her mm-hmm. and that's going to grow, which it's not. So are you wrong for just kind of moving on and not answering the phone calls? No, you have to live your life too.
I mean, I think she should have a conversation with her. I wouldn't say move on and not answer the phone calls because it sounds like they've been friends since childhood. Is that what she said? Like, I think she should have a conversation with her because that also might help the friend to like see that like, oh, like this bullshit might be cool with me, but I'm about to lose somebody that like I truly value. Right. But just make her aware and then you can start to distance yourself if you don't see the change.
Did I make someone aware when I backed off? I didn't say shit. Because you also have to know who you're talking to.
That's true.
There are some people that you may say this to and they're going to take it like you're attacking them.
Yeah.
And they don't want to change, nor do they see anything wrong with what they're doing.
That's true.
So,
but
you
like,
have to also know kind of who you're talking
to.
The
ghosting just, that would break my heart as a friend.
Ghost. Like, I didn't ghost. I just stopped answering as many phone calls.
Okay.
I just stopped sharing certain things of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I do a pretty good job of compartmentalizing my friendships.
Mm-hmm. I
know who I talk to about certain things. I know who to go to for certain things. Like I have you and I can really talk to you about everything.
Yeah.
But I know you're not coming to church with me on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to send you the thing. Yes, I am. I am. And it's like, you still care about me. And I know I get on your last nerves.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm just out here.
I get on my nerves.
Eating everything that possibly comes around me. Then I'm like, oh,
that don't bother me. What have me worried is your behavior this weekend. But anyway.
What happened this weekend?
We'll talk about it.
What did I do?
But when I read this letter, I thought about you and I was like, we got to read this because with this whole like helping her to see and being like frustrated that she's making the same choices, I definitely see you do that with some of your friends and you get worked up.
I do.
And you're like, why would she do this? Like she did this last year. And I'm like,
everybody business.
I said,
I mind everybody business.
Calm down.
Because I want better for the people around me. And then I feel like I'm all in or all out.
Uh-huh.
It's like I'm invested. So I'm working on kind of like
being the middle ground.
Be in the middle, but I don't got middle.
Yeah.
I don't have too much middle, right? I only have a little bit of a middle to give you. And then you take too much middle, now you got everything. And we're back to the same problem that we had before. So if you're around me, you have to want better for yourself. Because what is it I said? Being a bum is contagious.
Yeah.
Being a bum is contagious. Being unhealthy is contagious. Being toxic is contagious. Like you're around it enough and you become a product of your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know she ain't taking a video from all the way down there. My socks don't match, Vivian. She want to be cute with social media with my non-matching socks. She's working so hard. Any other time I would have been like, now the world gonna know. My socks don't match. Let me hide this sock. And this one that says it's right and it's on my left foot. Mm-hmm. Anywho, I do get worked up about people's finances. I get worked up about people's jobs. I get worked up about their relationships. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm an expert in it at all, but I'm like, I see everyone's potential and I want them to, work their max. But you told me certain things, that ain't my purpose. Yeah. And that is not my ministry. And I'd be like, fine.
You got to put the tool down. If they don't pick it up, just walk away.
And you don't have to necessarily walk all the way away.
Just leave it alone.
Depending on how much it does bother you.
Yeah, because also like they could be totally fine.
They are. Right. It kills me. Why are you okay? Why are you okay with mediocrity? I don't like mediocre people around me. You can't be mediocre. No.
She is so intense.
I am because I want everybody to do good. I want everybody to do good.
I just like I feel so bad for them though. Like I totally see this from an aspect of like they grew up together and her friend is just like not changing from the environment that they grew up in. But I'm also happy that the person who wrote in does have exposure to these new people that she met at work. Because like that was probably normal to her. She putting up with it for that reason. Like, oh, this is all I got as far as a friend. Like,
yes. And that's something that we do have to do, expose ourselves to more. And I don't think I do a semi good job of it. And I'm trying a little bit more now. But I realize how important it is to just network.
Yeah.
Every time I get out and I get around people, it's like, oh, shoot, I met this new person that does this, that's invested in that, that's working with this show or this, that. Because not everybody is on social media. I sometimes forget that like there are people outside of this world that are doing some really cool things.
Yeah.
So it's like expose yourself to those things. Like I really want to get involved in investing. One in real estate, but two in like stocks and things like this. So I need to find somebody that's...
Then you find somebody.
I'm so confused. I want to end this because I want to know what the hell you're talking about. What did I do this weekend? Oh, the shot? No. Damn, son.
Are you going back to look at our text messages?
No, I am actually. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
You didn't do anything. I wasn't upset with you. I was worried about you that like, is this really why she did that? Or did something else?
No.
Okay. No. And that's why I circled back to it the next day and I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can see that though.
Yeah.
I was collecting data.
Yes.
I was
content.
collecting data.
He was collecting content.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day-to-day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.
Okay, well, I hope you guys figured out. I hope you don't lose your best friend. Like, I hope you go and talk to her and she starts to turn things around. But at the same time, you cannot be afraid to walk away from things that no longer serve you, girl.
Yeah.
So
no,
you need to be afraid to walk away from things that no longer serve you if it's me. But for the person writing the letter, I hope she don't lose her bestie.
No, it's definitely not you. I hope you lose her for the time being and meet some new people. I do. I don't think you need to be hanging out with her as much as you were.
Okay.
None of that. I do want to bring this up just because I do want to try it, but I haven't tried it yet.
What?
The brain flossing thing.
I didn't even click on that shit.
I did.
What is brain flossing?
Oh, see? I shall tell you now. So there's new thing that's out there. It is for you to put audio. So it can be like whether it's music or soundscapes or whatever else. And it's an 8D audio. So 8D audio means it's going from left to right. So it's literally like it's flossing your brain because the audio is going from left to right, but it says it really relaxes you. And it helps with cognitive development. It helps with relaxation. It helps with anxiety. So there's some apps that will turn the music or the audio into 8D, like free apps for it. So I'm going to try it and I'll report back when we get here. But I do know like when we record sometimes audio, if you put the wrong setting, it'll only play like on your left ear or your right ear. And I know how to set it to like in post, whatever. But there is a thing. So it's just going left and right and it's flossing your brain. And it's really supposed to help.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to do a little brain flossing on this time off. And then I'm going to come back and let you know how to flossing works.
And it's not something you could just get on Apple Music. You have to like get a
You have to make the audio that way. Yeah, because it's you don't have AD audio. And let me actually, I didn't check if Spotify has AD. 8 as the number. 8D. Like 3D.
AD.
No. Like 3D, 2D, 8D. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how the audio is. But I don't think Spotify has it. Let me see. 8D audio. And I'm about to read a review.
Yeah, you're going to read a review because you got to go get the baby.
Ugh.
It's the ADHD.
Oh, they do. 8D songs, chill 8D mix, 8D audios, airport.
Poor Psalm. You see that?
Kendrick
forgot to go get him.
He'll be all right. He's in a safe space. Neurodivergent eargasms. Oh my God, this is for me. And it's supposed to really help neurodivergent people. You know my brain be going everywhere. Okay, fine. Let's go pick up something.
You just did such an Ayana reaction.
What?
And then you be like so frustrated with her.
Get on my nerves. I get on my own nerves. It's okay. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I have one from the YouTube. Where we at? Ah, that's a hater. Not reading that one.
Oh.
They be so mad. Why are the comments turned off? Because I want to. Leave me alone. All right. They must have went viral again, girl, because that's all I'm seeing. Oh, I think they're hating. I don't like it.
No way.
Oh, Carla R.
Okay.
There's a Carla. Carla R. She said, I had to come to the visual. I listen to the audio every Monday, but I'm Car. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Oh,
thank you, girl.
I like that. Carla R. Or is it? She put Car. Maybe they just call her Car.
Like Car. Yeah, like Car. Like, hey, Car.
Thank you, Car on YouTube. Make sure you guys are following the YouTube. All the visuals are on there, but still listen to the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come to audio Monday.
Do all of them.
Video on Tuesday and share. Send it to all your coworkers, all your friends, all your exes, because then you can, when we talk shit about them. And then send us a story so we can tell a story about them and they can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I like that too.
Thank you for coming for this week's episode. I got to go pick up my kid. I got to be a mother.
Bye, y'all.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day-to-day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. There's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles, Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.